Okay, hello. Happy chocolate Valentine Day. There's a lot of things you could say about today, but I chose to focus on chocolate because that's the most important thing. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy my decorations. As you can see, almost nothing has changed. I just wanted to show my dedication to Ouroboros. It's the best one. The best king salmonid. What the heck? What do you mean? I don't know what you're so shocked about, Meidon. It's the easiest one? Well, we're not a fan of tsunderes here, so, it all checks out. Anyway, so I have that. I also have this really cool banner that took me actually a long time to figure out how to do, but you know what? It's there, and that's fine. Wow, this is not a Valentine's theme. Hold on. Here we go, that's better. Anyway, hope you're good, Meidon. So, I am mostly out of sick. Yes, Rune Factory. Speaking of Rune Factory, Gardens of Azuma, Bachelors and Bachelorettes, trailers on YouTube today. Very exciting. It's very nice. I'm excited about that. Oh, you're good? That is good. I am glad. We are playing Splatoon, so be lurking. That is no problem. Thank you for lurking. But yeah, I'm gonna be just playing some, just some holiday games. So that's I don't actually know if it's gonna last 2 hours. I think I originally said it was gonna be 2 hours. I don't know if it's gonna last that long. We'll see. But, whatever time doesn't make up, we'll just do salmon run afterwards, and that's alright. Yes, happy Valentine's. That is today, February 14th. That is the day. Anyway, let me switch to the Valentine's Day scene in OBS. As you can see, there's so much effort put into this. There's text, and there's a GIF, that makes it very, high quality and all that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the music now because, I'm hoping that the computer stuff should show up. All these games are, like, downloaded that I'm gonna be playing. But hopefully, sirens aren't. There's been so many sirens today. I don't know what's going on. Like, there's just a lot of crime on Valentine's Day, I guess. That's kind of crazy. Anyway. Hold on, where's my folder? Here we go. Okay. So yes, I have a handful of selections of holidays. So, first, I guess we'll go with the most normal one first. And hopefully this shows up correctly. Oh, it does not start in full screen. Supposedly. Hold on. Preferences. Display full screen. Okay. OBS, now. This is your time. Yes, perfect. Okay. And these are all like different windows, so it's possible that I'm gonna have to like reassign the audio every single time, but we'll work with it. I'll just have to keep an eye on the audio to make sure that, it is not too loud or too quiet. Alright, so this is the first game. And It is called Duskbound. Now, this game is on itch.io. All these games are on itch.io. You can like get them all there for free, basically. If you want to play them or not, that's okay too, I guess. But anyway, these are all supposed to be kind of short, so that's why I chose them. But yeah, so that is the game. We will begin. Oh yeah, I guess I should. I don't know how many of these games have content warnings. I should be looking this up. Hold on. Yeah, just in case. I don't think I got anything that was like too bad. Okay. So here are the content warnings. We have possibly disturbing content, including blood, violence, manipulation, death/murder, and dubious consent. So those are some good content warnings. Anyway, yes, as it says here, this game contains dark and unsettling themes and may not be suitable for everyone. So if you don't want to actually watch or play, that's okay too. It's Valentine's Day. You do whatever you want. Go buy some chocolate. It sounds rad as heck. Yes. It's gonna be amazing. Okay. Alright. Oh, I guess I could say if I didn't want to hear them. But it's not like too spoilery, I think, so it's probably fine. Anyway, let's begin. There is no light in this city. A dull red moon is all that illuminates our eternal night. Even the lanterns are obscured by countless moths. People trace the same paths every day, seemingly possessed by no spirit at all, simply droning on. Some days it feels like I am the only one who is alive, and everyone else is merely a ghost. It wasn't always like that. Long ago, this city shone as a beacon to all those who believe in the one Lord. Until the Red Plague fell upon us, and our great cathedral was abandoned by those who proclaimed they would save us. They took the light with them when they left. But they couldn't take everything from us. I, for one, have done my best to find hope in small things. Like my meeting with him. There is no light in this city, but he is the sun. I don't know who he is, but I saw him one day ambling through the town square. His garments were impeccably tailored, and his hair framed his face in a way I had only seen in paintings. And those fine threads. If he had stopped by my workshop, I would have surely remembered. Of course, I've seen attractive men in my life, but there is simply something different about him and that glint in his eyes. As I examined him, his eyes met mine, and a radiant smile came over his features. The light behind his eyes shone so dazzlingly. I haven't seen anyone in this city look like that in years. When it occurred to me that I was staring at him, I quickly averted my eyes. Excuse me. This voice is gonna be like really bad, by the way, as always, so, sorry. I rushed past him, embarrassed by the blush slowly rising to my cheeks. In the days that followed, I passed by the town square as often as I could afford myself the time to, hoping to clutch a glimmer of him again. I had to confirm for myself that he was not an illusion. More than that, I had to confirm that the light I had found in his eyes was more than a fluke. The longer I went without seeing him, the more I became convinced that I had made it all up. That he was no different from the others, and that I was desperate for anything that would change the monotony of my dull days. But he was there again, and that same expression was unmistakably real. He was looking at me with those eyes. Highs that made me forget about this dreary place that sent me far away. Ever since then, I couldn't get him out of my head. More so, I couldn't let go. At first, I was content glancing at him every now and then, a gentle reminder that not all is dark and not all hope is lost. But the more I gave in to thinking about him, the less I could accept the daily routine that I'd been shoving down my own throat and pretending I was content with. What I'm saying is, I grew greedy. I've been looking for an escape this entire time, not knowing how to find one. I could leave, but where to? Nothing but death awaits those that venture outside the city walls. The only solace available to me might be the arms of another, but I never found anyone fit to hold me. Still, things are different now. I have nothing to lose, and everything to gain. That's why today, I'll change my fate. I never know. How am I supposed to voice act ellipses? I don't know. Anyway. He's here. I swallow hard, trying to calm my quaking heart and nervous breathing. He's mesmerizing. Hello. Good day. Can I help you? I don't believe we've met. Oh, of course. Why would you remember me? The words I so carefully rehearsed failed to spill from my lips. Well, I have seen you around. In the town square? Oh no, this isn't going anywhere. Oh, I recall now. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you earlier. I don't receive guests too often. Please, come in. Why don't you join me for some tea? It's something of a hobby of mine, growing plants and combining them into interesting flavor combinations. Unfortunately, I am rather strapped for taste testers, so I'm unsure if they're any good. My face flushes. He's being so kind, but why? I'm no more than a stranger plucked from the streets. Perhaps. Could it be? He sees the same light in my eyes that I see in his? A gentle warmth spreads through me, and I finally find it in me to meet his gaze. That sounds lovely. I must admit I'm no connoisseur of tea, but I do enjoy a cup every now and then. With plenty of milk, preferably. Oh, maybe that's just a faux pas to a true tea enthusiast. No such thing. Some teas are better with milk and some without. There's plenty of time to get you acquainted. But please, it's quite chilly outside. Do come in, I insist. I nod in agreement and cannot help my smile from growing wider. It seems that whoever is daring truly does come out victorious. As I enter through the doorframe, I glance up at him and can't help but notice. Those teeth look awfully sharp. I'm sure it's nothing. There's, you know, some people just have really nice teeth. That's just how it is in the city, you know. The mansion's interior is reminiscent of an antique shop, one that does not get customers all too often. There's an eeriness to the way it looks almost abandoned, half hidden behind cobwebs and dust, but the familiar smell of old books wafting over me is enough to put me at ease. As I follow him through the hallway, I look around and wonder. The walls are lined with portraits of women. All of them look different, but they bear a trembling resemblance to one another. Some of them look expressionless, others sad or even anguished. None of them wears a smile. But most unsettling of all, they remind me so very much of me. Okay, do we ask about the portraits or keep quiet? I mean, on one hand, it's probably fine. Like, I'm sure this is all normal. However, small talk is very good to do. We love small talk, so we're gonna ask about them. What lovely portraits! The artistry is apparent, but I must say, they look so sullen. Might I ask the story of these paintings? He turns around slowly and purses his lips, as though he's unsure how to respond. After a drawn-out silence, I start. Oh, I'm sorry if I pried into something I shouldn't have. His eyes soften. No, don't worry. It's another hobby of mine, though I fear I'm not very good at it. After all this time painting the same subject, I have at least managed a modicum of skill in portraiture. So, they're all portraits of the same woman. Then what love he must have had for her. I feel a pang of jealousy within my gut as I picture him gazing at her intently, working to capture her likeness stroke by stroke. Do you like them? He stares longingly at the paintings for a moment, then directs his attention back to me. They're beautiful, truly. I wouldn't say if I didn't mean it. However, if you wouldn't mind me asking, who is she? He chuckles, turning his gaze towards me. You're just the same as always. What? Can't you see? They're you. All of them are you. My beautiful pale one, shining like the moon in the night sky. I would have loved to capture your smile. Ah, I can feel it. You can feel it too, don't you? Yes, this time, it's different. The miracle I've been waiting for. You're drawn to me this time. You've never looked at me like that, scarlet eyes sparkling. That face, no pain, no fear, makes me happy. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So our girl here, the person we're playing, she's obviously down bad. I feel like she'd just play along. She'd be like, oh my god, yes, please. But panicking is a realistic option, so, you know, I don't know. Let's play along. This is Valentine's Day after all. We can do whatever the heck we want. Conflicting emotions slosh around the pit of my stomach, causing me to fall silent. I don't know how these paintings could possibly be of me, but how can I not feel flattered by such words? Our meeting in Town Square must have made quite an impact on him after all. It seems he was simply afraid of overwhelming me. He's odd, but perhaps it's precisely that which has me charmed. I can't deny the connection I feel towards him. Seems like something more than a whim. Something has set a light in the air between us when our eyes meet. Something that was always there in my dreams, just out of reach. But he's here now, and he's real, and he feels it too. Who am I to scoff at that, when I am the only one who could possibly understand? You would compare me to the moon? It's embarrassing to admit it, but ever since I first laid eyes on you in the town square, you have been like the sun to me. You shine in these dreary days of dullness, reminding me of what good remains in this world. I bashfully squint my eyes shut and will myself to turn invisible. I can't believe I just said that out loud. If only you knew, my dear pale one, my rays of light can only reach their true magnificence when reflected by the moon. I'd have expected a mansion of this size to have servants sweeping the floors or conversing in hushed whispers as they pass through the hallways. However, I don't see a single soul as he guides me to the drawing room, or only a accompaniment the echoed sound of our footsteps. The more I see of his residence, the more I'm reminded of a ruin, a tomb where some nobleman lies buried beneath piles of luxuries he no longer has a use for. A deep sense of loneliness seeps out every wall, threatening to suffocate me. I wonder how he feels, wandering through these hallways all alone. Are we dating the moon? Yes. Next question. Hello, Sam Runner. Hope you're doing good on this Valentine's Day. We're playing timely holiday video games that are very normal and reasonable. Basically, we just met this dude who's not suspicious at all whatsoever. And our MC is very much into him. Here we are. Please, have a seat. I'll be right back. He gestures at a worn-down but clearly well-made sofa before disappearing behind the door. I sit down and look around the room to pass the time. It's beautiful, but looks somehow disheveled. The candles stand crooked, and a candlestick in a thin layer of dust covers most surfaces in the room, further exemplifying its apparent disuse. He steps back inside, a silver tray held delicately in hand. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. Not at all. He swiftly places down 2 elegant teacups on the table, their aromatic steam breathing life into the stillness of the room. The sight of the lace dolly's pristine white color makes a sight worry creep up my back. I must not spill the tea. Steadying my hand, I lift the teacup and bring it to my lips. The tea ripples as I blow on it gently. Of course, it is entirely too hot to drink. This was merely a practice run. Perhaps a few minutes of conversation should have it ready. I take it you do not make much use of the drawing room. He lowers his cup and nods. I suppose it was obvious. The majority of my time is spent in my atelier, or in my study when I wish to read. As you can likely tell by now, this space is far too spacious for me alone. Still, as long as I live in the straighted city, I can't bring myself to abandon my family home, even if it remains of those who once called it so. Perhaps especially so because of that. I fall silent for a moment, unsure of how to respond. Should I distract him from the dreary topic by delving into our shared interest in reading? It doesn't feel right skirting around his tragedy merely because it is unpleasant. Was it the Red Plague? My sister and I lost our parents and baby brother. It must be hard not having anyone. I did not mean to make you pity me. Death might be a consolation compared to wandering around this ghost of a city. I do hope your family is at peace. Apologies, I did not mean to dampen the mood. Now, enough of all that. Tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure of your visit? Oh my god, you're so right. The classic anime white hair, red eyes. Yes, she is, very much very normal protagonist of visual novel. Oh no, I can't avoid it any longer. I came here for a reason, but would it be absurd to lay it on the table like this so soon? And again, with the things he has said before, it feels as though he already knows my heart. Is there any point in hiding it anymore? Okay, so what have I even chosen thus far? So I've asked all the paintings. I've played along. So, okay, again, this is a realistic option. You don't just confess your love right away. However, this is visual novel, and this is a very normal thing people do. So we're gonna confess our love because you know what? Yes, sure. Perhaps against my better judgment, I muster up the courage to get the words out of my mouth. I am about to say something insolent and brash. Will you forgive me? You can say anything to me, and I'll accept it. My forgiveness is always irrevocably yours. You don't just confess your love after 27 minutes uptime. I beg to differ. I think we should have done it way earlier than 27 minutes uptime. We should have done it like right when the game started. That we gotta speedrun it. Something about the kind look in his eyes and the candor in his words gives me pause. I do not deserve this warmth. The reason I came here today is because I cannot forget about you. I simply cannot let you go.
Ever since the eternal night fell, everyone in the city has been lost. They aren't alive. They're only puppets acting out some play long after the audience has left. I too was lost. When I looked into your eyes for the first time, I felt found. You weren't like them. You are the only person in this world who feels real. I know this sounds like insanity, and you are free to send me away. I have seen the way you look at me. If it is as I suspect, and this feeling is something you recognize, then please, let me stay by your side. My heart pounds against my chest, but I feel relieved to finally speak aloud the feelings I held inside, no matter what comes next. I cannot believe it. Joy, elation, words fall short of describing the feeling you've stirred inside me. I was right this time. Finally, you have come to your senses, and I've come to see that you belong to me. He holds out his hand to me. It doesn't matter that I do not understand why. None of this matters. Only he and I exist, and that is the truth. Briefly, I think back to my home, to my workshop, where I make the same dreamless robes day after day, until my hands can remember the steps better than I remember the faces of my parents. To my sister who, try as she may to suppress it, holds that quiet resentment in her gaze as she looks at me. Why was I the one who lived, and not my precious brother? And now, I can leave it all behind. None of those ties have to bind me as long as I have another thread to hold on to. We're gonna take his hand. Yes. This eternal night exists because we cannot fulfill our roles without one another. You understand, don't you? Your purity is mine and mine alone to corrupt. Oh my god. Corrupt me then. I won't protest. I'll make sure to save you slowly. I think he might be dangerous. This might be entirely warped, a choice born out of desperation. But right now, that thought doesn't reach my heart. All of this makes sense. No, it has to make sense. If it doesn't, the red moon has hollowed us all out. I don't know how much longer I could have taken it before I would have ended up like them. It's better to go out in a blaze than to be ground to dust. He moves over and brushes his fingers against me softly, running them first along my cheeks, then over my lips, and down my neck. Every touch sends a spark that elevates my loneliness just a little more. Hello, random. Hope you're enjoying this. Bit by bit, he caresses every inch of my exposed skin, making me tremble. His breath tickles my ear as he whispers, I want to rip you open. If only I could live inside. But don't worry, I'll make sure no harm befalls you, my love. I press my lips against his shakily, but my hesitance finds no reply in him as he pulls me in. His mouth moves against mine insatiably, seeming to carry the weight of a lifetime of yearning. It's nothing I've ever felt before. I melt into his rhythm with a sigh, wrapping my arms around him as I lose faith in my ability to support my own body. Then he parts from me and takes my face in his hands. A smile spreads across his face as he presses his forehead against mine. I have seen you in many forms, but this one is new. Is it just like one of my Japanese animes? It really is. This is like every single one of them ever. Even the scent of the blood in your veins has become sweeter. Everyone has forgotten the hundreds upon thousands of times this night is repeated. Even you. I'm the only one who remembers all of you. That is why I am the only one who can have you. You're mine. I'm yours. He runs his tongue along my neck. I feel his fangs graze against my skin and hold back a gasp. So it's true. It's not like I've never heard of them before, those cursed to walk between life and death. I suppose I had thought of them more of a tale to scare misbehaving children. Maybe I should have known when I saw his grin. He is a vampire. If you offer me your blood, the eternal night will come to a final end. Our curse will be dissolved. You'll be free. Go on then. Do it. But freedom can be a terrifying thing. I'll have you, won't I? Unable to stay away from him now that I'd had a taste, I kiss him again. A quiet peace falls over us as we desperately try to fill the gaps between our physical forms. My dearest pale one. His fangs brush against my neck once more, but they ask to sink deeper this time. Taking a deep breath, I give a small nod. He breaks my skin, and I shut my eyes tightly. It burns white hot, but the pain isn't unpleasant. Absolutely delicious. I feel him softly chuckle against me. Tastes better without resistance after all. He desperately drains me to the point where I start to feel lightheaded and loosen my grip. I tug at his back, and he pauses to look down at me. My weakened body collapses onto his as the world stirs. Through closed eyes, I can feel it, an unfamiliar sensation. Warm, thin strokes of light filter through the window. Ag. Open my eyes in shock and cling onto him, lacking the strength to lift my arms. It seems my curse does not end here. What? No, wait! He slowly raises a limp hand towards me. My moon. He hacks and coughs, with fearless scrunched in anguish, as flames clutch at his back. The first light of dawn is no sweet relief to a creature of the night. How could he not have known? Or did he know? I detect the faintest trace of a smile amidst all the pain, or is it merely a trick of the light? The crackling noise makes me wince as a horrible stench emerges from his charred and twisted skin. Smoke climbs through my nose and mouth, suffocating me slowly. I can no longer tell if my tears are from the pain, from the tragedy of this outcome. Can my body call these flames, or will they simply spread and consume me? Is there anything I can do? Don't go! You can't! No, please! You can't leave me behind! What am I supposed to do without you? But he has no mouth to respond to me with. Before me lies nothing but a pile of ash. Oh no. Alright, ending 3. Unfit to meet the light of day. Well, unfortunate. We can't have our yandere vampire boyfriend. How this is horrible. I know, this is so there's supposed to be CGs and I got none of them. I got oh no. God, we were too into it. Horrible, horrible. Okay, so there are 5 different endings. Plus 1 unlockable final ending. I was only gonna do one of them, but you know, we can do like one more, I think. Because that was a dang, we just lost everything. That's what you have ASMR RP for? Exactly. You see, you get it. I wasn't into it enough. I mean, I thought I chose all the options. Alright, you know, that's okay. Because now we know the story. We know what's happening. We can speedrun this. Okay. There are content warnings, but I described them. They're not, like, super bad. Anyway, okay. So we meet him, the city is bad, it's night, all that stuff. Okay. So last time we asked about the portraits.
I'm considering keeping quiet, but I feel like it wants me to, like, you know, learn more about him. So we can do that again. He's like, yeah, that's you, basically. Alright, this time, we'll panic. Because this is our normal human reaction. I don't know what you're on about. I cannot deny that these portraits do bear some resemblance to me, but we haven't met, and I certainly not sat for any portraits. No. Just when I thought, oh, that was not the intonation that was supposed to be. That's supposed to be more like, no. Just when I thought things had changed. What was it this time? Oh, I'm horrible at reading this. Oh my god, I'm like not getting any of it. The correct intonation. Immersion ruined. I know. I'm sorry. This is why I don't play visual novels usually. I cannot deliver the ideal experience. What was it this time? Was it something I'd said? It's useless, isn't it? Why must you torment me like this? The light I saw in him lit his eyes completely in that moment. A cold shell remained, leading me to wonder which one was the real him. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I have to leave. I take a step back towards the front door, but he grips my wrist with a terrifying strength. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. I glance at his stoic face with bewilderment. Why is his expression so dead? I can't understand any of this. And his eyes, how hollow they seem now, all light extinguished. It pains me to see him so. As he tightens his hold on my wrist, I snap back to the situation at hand. They do need to use the AO3 stylings. Like, one thing I have noticed is that I do think this font is good for the game, but I can't tell when words are italicized. And I think there are some that are italicized, but it's like very slight and you can barely tell. It's very difficult to, you know, parse that. I try to pull my arm from his grip, but it simply won't move. We're gonna keep pulling. I keep pulling with what strength I have, but it won't move at all. Just what do you want from me? Looking me with his eyes again, and things can go back to normal. Please, my dearest moon, look at me. I know what he wants to know, but I'm terrified. How can my eyes fill with love when he has lost the very thing that pulled me in? So again, we have a normal human option and a slightly more unhinged option, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna smile at him. I must have my best attempt at a smile, but it feels lopsided and wrong at best. Oh god, I can't do that. He's laughing, very enthusiastically. Absolutely joyless laughter resounds throughout the hallway. The freaky option? Something tells me that's not the freakiest option. Pathetic. Absolutely pitiful, really. As suddenly as it appeared, his smile recedes from his features to reveal an almost fragile expression. Oh, my dearest pale one, how I squandered this chance. Next time I'll do better, I promise. Alas, until then, whenever and however that may be. Without warning, he knocks me out. Oh, I see. Oh my god, a CG? There's no way to know how much time has passed once I regained consciousness. I slowly open my eyes and wave a panic washes over me as I realize I am tied to a chair. That's when I notice him sitting across from me, his expression hidden behind his easel. I try screaming, begging,
bargaining, anything that could get him to listen. But he no longer looks at me. He simply stares off into some impossibly far distance, somewhere I can't reach, and probably somewhere he can't reach either. As he looks through me, he paints my form as though possessed. With each erratic stroke, he transposes a piece of me from reality into his canvas. And once he's done, there'll be nothing left of me. Ending 1. Answer your own question. Well, that's fun. I should pull a voice clip of laughing that can play whenever that happens, because I cannot do that. GCG gallery, cinema. That's what I'm saying. I was actually thinking that. I was like, oh, is there gonna be like a really cool CG of him just like shrouded in black in frames? That'd be kind of cool. But no, we can't have good things. It wouldn't feel authentic. I think it would feel authentic, actually. Okay, what about one more? One more. I won't show everything, just so you know, there's opportunities for my dear viewers to experience this Valentine's Day game on their own. I'll do one more ending though. Okay. Let's ask about the portraits. We're gonna play along. Again, I think we've already established that's the freaky option. And this time, we're gonna ask about him. We're not gonna confess our love right away. We're gonna learn his name, because we don't know his name yet, and that's kinda... You know, we can't do that. Real and true, exactly. Alright. Despite feeling confident earlier, I have lost my nerve. Thinking about how I compared him to the sun makes me feel like an imbecile. Oh, how I would love to confess, but I cannot do it yet. Why did he have to ask me so forthrightly? I look into his captivating amber eyes and take a sip of my tea. I can't bear to lie to him. All I can do is avoid his inquiry by subtly changing the subject. Oh, but where are my manners? I haven't even introduced myself yet. I'm introducing immersion by like leaving room to like sip tea with my real tea. Because that's what we're doing right now. My name is... Shh. Before I realize it, he's put his finger to my lips. Our first touch! I can't suppress the faintest flutter of my heart. The chill of his cold skin lingers on my lips, even when he moves his hand away. I feel just like her right now. Real, very real. It's not important. Not yet. I'll get to know you in many ways, and this one will be the last. I knew that there was something more to him from the first moment I saw him. My fascination with him is only heightened by these mysterious digressions. Digressions? Yes, digressions. Very well, I'll oblige you. In return, will you tell me your name? Oh my god, you can't- oh god, how am I supposed to say this? I'm just gonna embarrass myself, hold on. It's a Olympus Company character. Wow, everything really comes back around, doesn't it?
How to pronounce .com is gonna have me. Virgilius? Okay, that's easier than I thought it was gonna be. I was thinking it was gonna be like way worse, but no, it's just Virgilius. Alright, thank you. Virgilius de Lanceroy? We'll go with that. The universe is telling you something. It is. You gotta play Limbus Company right now.
Virgilius, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
He sheepishly nods his head. I let his name swish around the inside of my mouth like wine. It's pleasant.
You've been living in the city for long?
Oh, so very long. Longer than I can be bothered to remember.
Tell me, have you ever tried to leave?
Me? Leave?
Where to? I mean,
based on what I've heard, the journey past these city walls spells certain death for someone like me. I have tried. It's not the journey that is impossible, it's the very act of stepping outside the city walls. Some dark force wraps itself around me enough to make me stagger and suffer, but never enough to kill. So like you, I've been stuck here, wanting nothing more than to leave, yet not knowing how. My eyes widen with curiosity. I've never heard of anyone who has tried to leave this place. We all resign ourselves to our hopeless fate and do nothing but pray to the one Lord that things will change, but they never do. Everything only falls into further disrepair. Yet still, I cannot shake that small grain of hope that embeds itself in my heart. I want to know what he has found. I left my cup to take another sip of my tea, as I will do in real life as well. This is how we have a conversation. You gotta, give yourself room to think about what you're gonna say next. But I feel myself growing hazy and my attention slips. I do hope the tea was to your liking. Oh my god, he drugged us this time? Muffled screams startle me awake. As I desperately attempt to draw it up, I met with a searing ache that grips my entire body. Okay, that escalated very quickly, wow. That was, interesting. I can't see anything. A cold sweat runs down my back. My breath hitches in my throat. My head swirls with questions as my situation sinks in. What happened? Where is he? How could he do this to me? I try to sit up more slowly this time. Huh? Only then do I sense the presence of a tightly yanked chain around my ankle. Boy, this is, worse than the rope. It allows for minimal movement, keeping me tethered to this wretched place. My eyes adjust as I feel my way around the room, hands moving against the peeling wallpaper, gripping on fabric and accidentally knocking against wood. It's no dark, dank attic. It appears to be a fairly well-maintained guest bedroom. Or perhaps used to be someone else's. A melancholy thought. You're finally awake. I gasp involuntarily at the sight of him. Don't be afraid, dear pale one. I would never hurt you. The sound of muffled screaming fills the air once more, and I recoil. What are those sounds? And whose blood is that? He wipes the blood from his face and links his finger in a smooth, practiced gesture as he draws closer to me. Up close and under dim lighting, I notice an almost otherworldly glow in his golden eyes. Yeah, he was just eating pasta. It was like a really good like marinara sauce. That's all it was.
The faint scent emanating from him is nostalgic and somehow intoxicating. It's making my head spin. He must have heard the tales. Perhaps he dismissed them all as nonsense, but the red plague isn't always fatal.
He's so dreamy. I know. I love yandere vampires. They're so cool.
Those of us unfortunate enough to survive it are changed forever. It is blood and blood alone that sustains us.
Oh, hello, Nick. Welcome. Welcome. This is a visual novel. He does look like a Puyo Puyo character. You're right. I was thinking because like I like the art style and like the characters. But yeah, he does kind of have that energy, doesn't he?
Very good. You're a vampire. My breath gets more erratic as his face inches closer. Do I frighten you? I avert my eyes and look at the floor. I want to say that he does. Of course he does. Yet despite that, something inside of me still finds him beautiful. As I ponder my response, my eyes hover over to the chain around my ankle.
Lunch break over. Alright, thanks for stopping again, random. Thank you for the well wishes. Have an excellent day. I like how she's just like, oh yeah, I'm chained here. That's kind of sucky. I kind of don't like that. Could my judgment be clouded by his golden eyes and silver tongue? I yank on the chain and muster the courage to look at him. Remove this chain immediately. Of course. If he had promised to stay by my side, then I would be more than happy to do so. Of course, there's no way I can promise that. I know. I cannot ask that of you. That's precisely why the chain is necessary. Though it is charming that you would not even think to deceive me. He softly pats my head, and I instinctively back away from his touch. Oops, I went back in time. Ah, apologies. I didn't mean to condescend. Please, pretend it didn't occur. Why'd you do this to me? I suppose by now there is nothing left but to be direct about my intentions. Dearest Pale One, won't you grant me some of your blood? The only option is refuse. Dang, no freaky option for this one. He wants my blood? Absolutely not. Who knows what will happen to me? I might even contract the red plague myself. There has to be a way out of here. As I contemplate the means of my escape, he takes my silence as an answer and sighs. Just, please consider it, for the both of us. I'll leave you be for now. Besides, I need to finish what I started. Finish what he started? You wouldn't hurt me, would you? I'm sorry that it has come to this, chaining you to this room, but I promise I will never treat you badly. I need you. Please make yourself at home. This room is yours to do with as you please. As he starts to walk away again, I follow him for as far as my chain allows. Why am I doing this? Why do I yearn for him? I thought I was scared, but I don't know what to think anymore. Logic seeps through my fingers and my heart bounds after him. Standing in the door frame, he turns around. For you to approach me this time. The fates have aligned, I'm sure, and for that, I am grateful. Thank you, my dear Pale One. Suffocating loneliness envelops their dreary room once more.
I make my way back to the meticulously made bed and slump down. Could I have known this would happen? What am I going to do? What can I do? The screams I heard in the distance grow louder and louder until they eventually stop, leaving in their wake a deafening silence more oppressive than their noise ever was. Good morning, dear Pale One. Will you offer me your blood today? Guy's like a car salesman. Ask what will happen if you say no. If I refuse, you would take more innocent people's lives only to prolong your own? You misunderstand. They're not people. Surely I've realized it by now. Here, where darkness reigns and emptiness echoes, we are the only survivors. They're lost to the cycle, Pale One. They trudge on, possessed by something akin to instinct, but there's no soul left within. I find myself at a loss of words. I cannot deny that I have thought the same thing he has, but it isn't right to reduce humans to nothing so easily. How can we know what goes on in their minds? How can you be so sure? Is it not mere arrogance to put yourself above everyone else like that? I am entirely certain. Pale One, if we have walked through the same streets, come across the same husks, then we both bear witness to that fact. But it's just like you to still think of them as human, as beings that still have hopes and dreams. I'm glad to see you still have that infectious optimism. It warms my heart. Good morning, dear Pale One. I hope you slept well. Is she getting fed? I mean, I see a candle in here, I see books, the fireplace. I hope she's getting food. Otherwise, that's a bit concerning. Will you offer me your blood today? So we could just refuse, we could just keep doing that, but I'll do that. He's picking her at McDonald's. Oh yeah, yeah. We've been talking about NPCs and like husks. It's like so meta. That's just like McDonald's workers. They're just, working. Lore accurate. We're asking why he wants our blood. I could tell you the answer, but you would not believe me. You never do. Promise to believe him. Then I promise to believe you. It's not an easy promise to keep. Tell me, Pale One, would you want to save this city if you could? To put an end to the eternal night? If you could bring things back to how they were, then surely that would be better. But they've tried so many things. It's nigh impossible to solve a problem if we don't know the cause. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I'm not laughing. I can't make a good laugh. I'm sorry. Taking it back to the laughs almost mockingly. You know what? That works. That's a mocking laugh. Though there is no amusement in his eyes. You know of the cause? Ah, yes, the cause. Of course I would know it, because I am the cause. This is my dreadful curse, Pale One. It's only saving grace the way it binds me to you. Huh? He glances out the window towards the red moon. You did promise to believe me this time. Please, help me understand you. Help me understand this curse. He closes his eyes and takes a moment to think of what to say, and looks at me with conviction. The flow of time is distorted in this place, which is why we cannot leave. We live in a pocket of the world governed by its own laws. Time folds and loops in on itself over and over and over again. It's not something the human mind was made to bear. With every passing recurrence, another loses their identity completely. I'm the only one who is forced to remember it all. Not allowed the luxury of forgetting, I am but a prisoner of my own memories. What he's saying is hard to swallow. It's a lot, and I don't know how any of it can make sense, but I am determined to keep my promise. It's Groundhog Day, which is also a day in February, so it all makes sense. I've seen what he describes. No one is themselves anymore. Perhaps they're nothing more than husks after all. So you've lived through all this only to see the world move further and further from its proper state? He gives a curt nod. I would like to believe that things do get better, that the city will be saved one day, but that hope is becoming increasingly difficult to hold on to. The more I ponder it, the more it feels like a lost cause. I mean, what is the point in dousing a house that has already turned to ash? Even if we were to lift this curse, what is left to rise from its shadow? But you're the only constant. Your pure soul is enough to withstand the weight of time piling up. His His soft smile takes on different meaning to me now. He must have lived in the loneliest of worlds. If all he lives through isn't real to anyone else, then how could anyone else feel real to him? I've tried to approach you countless times, but somehow we are fated to end with each other. The time rearranges without a care, and I'm the only one who remembers what we've been through. In recent cycles, I've kept my distance, for it hurts more to be with you than to simply watch from afar. That way, I thought, I could be content seeing you about your day, seeing you alive and untainted by my deeds. And me, I'm nothing but a shadow of the man I once was. I too have lost myself, but not like the others. Their fate might be merciful compared to mine. This fiendish lust for blood has only intensified and makes me ashamed of myself. I grasp his shaking hand in mine, overcome with a desire to ease his suffering. Who would ever make up such a story as this? Why only tell me now? I'm holding on to my promise in the deepest recesses of my heart, and that means discarding any doubt. Have you told me all this many times before? It must not be easy to stay kind and patient when all your actions are brought to naught time and time again, and no one else remembers any of it the next day. I have tried to tell you many a time, but without the right lead-up it is doomed to fail. You might run from me or retaliate in violence. Sometimes you make fun of me, other times you grow frightened. I've seen almost every face you can make. But this kind of occurrence is rare. You looking at me with kindness is in many ways my greatest relief. But it's not new. It has happened before, a handful of times. Those loops are the most painful. I grow attached to you only to lose you. That fatal loss has not been overturned. So this time, too, I'll resist the temptation to hope. My fingers trace the lines on his palm as he speaks. He does not stir, so you must not mind it. All I can do is listen to in awe and hope that my warmth reaches him. But I am being unfair. I am only manipulating you by telling you one side of this tale. Pale one, my dearest. Inside of me, another impulse tugs at my sanity. I can feel that unwavering need crawling under my skin, begging to be sated. I wish not only to have you for myself more than anything, I wish God, we're having a moment. Knowing our inevitable final destination, why not let me be merciful and end you myself, knowing that it is out of love? Seeing you twist up and contort in pain, or letting you submit to the wiles of something primal and terrible, crushing the one good thing left in this miserable nightmare. I know that it is all temporary, so why bother with decency anymore? Nothing means anything and shame ceases to exist. It is no more real than a fairy tale to anyone but me, My downfall is mine alone to witness. As he speaks, he grips my hands tightly. His nails dig into my skin, but not enough to draw blood. I call your bluff. You're testing me. You're trying to scare me off before you find yourself actually caring again. None of this is a bluff, dear pale one. It's all true. If you could see the fates I put you through, recall the things I made you feel, you would not want me anywhere near you. You would loathe me. You're holding back even now, aren't you? Otherwise, you would have forcibly taken my blood. Your dedication is admirable. And if that matters to you so much, show me those fates then. I want to remember. If you're the only ones who will live through this tragedy, then I will want to be there for all of it. Heh, ah ha ha. My beautiful, innocent pale one. Why, I have yet to answer your question. In order to end the cycle of terror, I need your blood, for only yours can purify my curse. I have tried taking it forcefully, but it never works. You lose your purity. Indeed, you must offer me your blood without coercion, and faith and innocence. Then, and only then, will the curse lift and the eternal night end. There is beeping going on outside, and I think that is, timely. There are, certainly alarm bells going off, you know. Many alarms. And everything will return to how it once was? I'm afraid I cannot answer that, as I have never gotten to that point. You will have to wait and see. However, I do not believe the damaged rock can be undone. Those whose minds have been ground to dust will likely collapse physically as well. In fact, I do not know the effects of introducing a regular flow of time to those who have been in a closed loop for so long. Then isn't it dangerous? What about you? Or me? A vampire cannot live to face the sun, right? What kind of life would you even lead? Would you believe me if I said I hadn't thought about it? This whole time, I've been working towards an empty goal. I do not know what lies beyond it, but I have nothing else to try. That's not the right way for anyone to live. There has to be some point to all this madness. How do you even know this is the only solution? He told me. The one who orchestrated this ordeal. Before he left, he told me that you were the key to all this. I didn't understand the significance of any of it at the time. In fact, I didn't even realize what had happened. And here I thought that this was all your fault. He laughed humorously again. But I am a villain all the same. Aren't you playing right into his hand by following his command? Don't you want to defy the one who took everything from you? Ah, I know that expression. It's one I used to wear. Of course, by the time I realized the inescapable gravity of my fate, I was furious. My rage was an unquellable flame. But time dulls all senses, and there is no direction for this feeling. I took it out on you many times, but that only made me feel worse with each passing loop. Of course, who knows how long it has been for him? Perhaps he himself can no longer keep track. The feelings of someone who might as well be an outsider hearing this for the first time can't begin to compare. I don't think it's right, any of this. His acceptance of his role as some great evil is saddening. I won't have it. Well, what can we begin to do? I can't possibly care about lifting the city's burden. Now that I've told you all this, it might be enough for me. It feels like some weight has been lifted off my shoulders. You truly are a skill that could be your promises. It is but one of my many talents. Surely, through all this time, you must have seen them in action. For example, fearlessly going through with plans that anyone else would have deemed too absurd to attempt. Such as ending up on my doorstep without having spoken a single word to me before? Maybe. I'm just gonna make her sound like that. No, that's just what she sounds like. What on earth were your intentions? Don't make fun of me. How could I ever? I came to confess my love. You don't leave me speechless too often anymore. It'll be quite the shame when I have to part from you this time. Who says we have to? Oh, you will grace us with even more absurd plans? We can be tied together for all eternity by forgetting about this tragedy and denying the mastermind the payoff. What? Hold on. We can be tied together for all of eternity by forgetting about this tragedy and denying the mastermind the payoff he's waiting for. I pull him towards me, and with my mouth close to his ear, I speak in a hushed voice. I know of the tales they tell. For once, we can make this red plague our blessing. Let me have your blood instead, to become what you are, and to stay here, by your side, forever. You don't know what you're saying. You would throw everything away from me? That is what I came to do in the first place. In fact, what do you believe I am throwing away? There's nothing here, nothing left. Not for me nor for you. I have tried to take control of my destiny many times. I've kept my distance in hopes that it would afford you peace. I have lost hope entirely. But I suppose I never tried submitting to your will. What do we stand to lose? Less than we stand to gain. Oh my god. I'm not reading that. The sensation of sinking your teeth into someone's neck is a strange one. It takes a lot of determination to pierce the skin, too, and muster the courage to follow through. Oh yeah, they're going for it. God, how is this more freaky than, like, the first ending I got? I have never been one to hurt others, but I know that this pain I inflict is entirely desired, and based on his reaction, I dare say that it is somewhat pleasurable. It makes me happy. I never knew how good it would feel. And the taste of his blood is nostalgic. Virgilius. Will you be mine? Always was, dear pale one. Always was. Yeah, ending 5. Embracing the night. Yay. Alright, well. I think there's, yeah, so there's 2 more endings I haven't seen. And 1 unlockable final ending. Okay. So that's all I'll play for this on stream, but honestly, I might play more later. I kind of like it. I like the art a lot in this. It's very pretty. But yeah, what was this? Yes, so this was... Duskbound is published by nefferinthia? Nefferinthia on itch.io. It was a submission to Otome Jam 2023 and Josei Jam 2023, so it's a bit old, but you know, cool game. And yeah, the art, I love the art a lot. It's very cute. Oh yeah, here's the information and the credits. But yeah, very cool. Okay, so good news is that's like the longest game I had. Everything else is gonna be like a lot shorter. But yeah, there's still content to see for people who want to play on their own. And again, it is free. And I think you can donate. Yeah, you can name your own price, like all itch.io games. So yeah, cool. Alrighty, next game. Oh, this is not a Renpai game. Oh, that music is a lot louder. Wow, okay.
Alright, so this is Hook, Line, and Love. This is a normal fishing simulator. Blobfish? Yes, there is blobfish content. Yeah, this looks right. We definitely need ultra graphics for this fishing simulator. That's probably fine. So yeah, this is a fishing game. Oh my god, I choose my name. Okay. Okay. So I could just be like really boring and just do Tagluon. When I play like Rune Factory and I don't like the name, or like a Harvest Moon, I do lyric. So I could just do that. I'll do that. We'll be like fully immersed in the fishing simulator. Alrighty. Every day, I catch fish to feed my family. I go out to a fishing spot not too far from my house. Sonic Boom Rising lyric reference. I know, that's definitely that's it. That's where I got it from. Go to a fishing spot. I take my rod, my boat, my bait, my bucket. And I always come home to my lovely wife and children with fresh fish for us to eat. My wife makes a wonderful char-grilled fish. My kids love my wife's fish and chips. And don't even get me started on her fish soup. So of course I set out today for my daily fishing trip. But the road to my usual fishing spot was blocked off. Something about environmental damage, I think? A real shame, honestly. That fishing spot is where I met my wife. So I decided to try my luck at a nearby lake. Oh my god, we got like voice sound effects. It's like Animal Crossing. Okay, so I'm Frisk Undertale, except I'm not, I'm Lyric. Okay, let's do this just like I did my old fishing spot. When I see a fish, I gotta quickly press A to lure it in. Afterwards, I'll use the left or right buttons to move the colored bar behind it. If I keep it behind there long enough, I should be able to catch it. If I can't do that though, I'll lose the fish and have to catch another. Oh god. Oh god. The fish got away. Oh no. Oh, okay, I'm terrible at fishing. Wow. Sorry, I'm not a pro fisher. Okay, so the bar is like very floaty. The controls are very strange. We got a tuna. Very good. I love tuna. Tuna rolls are yummy. Hi there, friend. What? I said hi. Aren't you gonna say hi back? Fish don't talk. But I'm talking, aren't I? If I haven't gone mad, then yes. You look pretty sane to me, friend. Oh, wonderful. A talking fish thinks I'm sane. I'm here to tell you something important. Some silly little factory up the road has been starting dumping nuclear waste here. So the other fish have been acting quite strange recently. Strange? Because they talk like you? Don't be silly, I'm a normal fish. Right. That's all I have to say. I just like use a warning. Happy fishing, friend. Now, you could just return me to the lake. I don't think so. I need fish to feed my... Nope. The tuna jumped from my hands right over the edge of my boat. And just like that, I'm back at square one. Hopefully I'll get another catch soon. My wife and children need it. I love fish. I need my wife's fish cakes and
the charred fish and fish soup.
God, I'm such a sucky fisher. There we go. Just gotta handle this weird bar. We caught an orca! How to get that from a river? Don't worry about it.
Holy crap!
Huge? Exactly. Huge is correct.
Please. Okay. My life flashes before my eyes. An entire orca was about to land on my boat. I thought my boat was stoned for. It's a good thing the orca turned into a girl just before landing in the boat. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I know, I'm very tall. It's really embarrassing.
Oh god, I'm skipping it. God. I need to like... There we go. Because a lot of visual novels use a mouse scroll wheel to like progress through dialogue, I keep doing that by accident.
I'm not sure if orcas are even edible, and even if they are, this isn't an orca anymore, it's a person. Can you please stop staring?
Okay, we have a lot of options here.
I like orcas now.
You know, yeah, our orcas are so cool, and actually real orcas are also very cool. They are very cool creatures, and very nice and cool. Okay, what do we do? Do we make fun of her? Do we be a simp? Or do we progress with the fishing? Because, not gonna lie, we cannot feed an orca to our family. I think we should be a simp. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to stare. It's just...
It's that I'm so big, isn't it? I'm so tall.
What? No.
I just didn't expect to find an orca in a lake. Let alone one that turns into a human. Well, I used to live in the ocean, but some humans caught me and moved me to this lake. Why on earth would anybody do that? That seems so pointless, expensive, and a touch cruel, really. From what I overheard them saying, the health of this lake was poor for some reason, and they thought the best solution was to introduce new species. Jellyfish, anglerfish, orca. Huh? What? None of that makes any sense. Why would anyone just dump random animals into a lake? I mean, I don't get it either. But I'm too big for this place. It's so cramped. If only I were smaller.
Oh god. Oh, we have so many options. We say the environment is not meant for her, we agree with her, or we say that we should make the lake bigger. Well, this is the correct option. I mean, you know, without getting into too much stuff, I mean, you know, it's a bit of an issue where, you know, creatures such as orcas may be kept in environments, you know, perhaps in a place that rhymes with meat curl, you know, something like that. You know, that's a bit sketchy, but you know, lakes are definitely not meant for orcas. Orcas were never meant to live in lakes. It's not your fault for being big. It's the fault of the idiots who put you here in the first place. I mean,
I'm not sure what sort of nonsense logic leads people to putting animals like you in a lake. They definitely messed up. Regardless of who's the problem here, though, it doesn't change the fact that I'm out of place in this lake. Those guys aren't coming back to pick me up and put me back in the ocean. Or a bigger lake. This is where I am. And for where I am, I'm just too large. It must be hard. Yeah. Apologize on behalf of humans who did this to her. Say that everyone in the lake is just going to have to suffer for it. Say that herself should be a separate matter, though. We're good at we love boosting, bringing up women and making them happy, so we're gonna do that. Please do keep in mind they've been dealt a crappy hand, though. This situation may suck for everyone involved. But how much space you take up means very little about who you are as a person. It's just your size. It's not a moral issue. It's not good or bad. Some things just are. You know? Why don't I take you to shore and get you back to the ocean? You don't have to keep living in this lake. Well, I didn't have a great time in the ocean, too. My pa treated me like I just took up space. The ocean is huge, but I was still too much of a space hog there, too. They're probably not wrong, to be honest. As much as I hate being in this lake, at least the fish don't say anything about me taking up space. It's the lesser of two evils. What if there was a third option? Like what? You turn into a human, so why not live on land? I can't say for certain if things will work out, but it might be worth a shot. But as a human, I'm so tall. As I said, height is not an issue. At worst, it might just need to duck through some door frames. That's gotta be less restrictive than being in this lake, right? Alright, you catch a few fish that take Orca to land. She seems nervous, wondering if the people on land will like her or not. You take her to meet your family. She joins you all for dinner and thoroughly enjoys the fish and chips her wife makes. I guess orcas do eat fish. That makes sense. That checks out. During dinner time conversation, she gets along particularly well with your children. You and your wife have both been getting quite busy recently and discuss hiring her to help her out with your... Oh my god. Discuss hiring her to help out with your children. You both decide to take her on as a nanny. She fits into your family perfectly and really enjoys her role. After a while, she doesn't fear taking up too much space because she realizes that this environment suits her better than any other has in the past. She has always been perfect as she is. She just needed to find a place where she could see that. Cinema, yes. You love happy endings. Yes. Okay, so... We will do that again. Oh god, we can make another name. Our name is Dingus now. Okay. I got to skip the tutorial because we already played the game. We got a boot! I love getting boot. This really is Animal Crossing. Oh! Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get caught on your hook. I know you must have been trying to catch a fish. The boots in this lake talk too? I suppose I do talk. Sorry if I startled you. This won't do at all. I'm not going to feed my family a talking boot. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to interrupt your fishing. What should I do with her? Okay, so I'm fairly certain with how this game works. You can, like,
You can like catch like different fish, and so if you want like a different one, you can just throw them back, and then I'd take it like a different character. That's how I think this works. Yeah, Boo, of course, they couldn't leave Boo out. You also need like anime variant. Alright, so we can be mean or be nice. So we're gonna be nice, obviously, because Dingus is a very nice person. It's okay, these things happen. I'm sorry for catching you. Oh, no, it's okay. Blobfish girl should have just the blobfish's face completely unchanged. No spoilers, but yeah, that'd be very silly. I wouldn't like that. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, Jeff. We are romancing a boot right now. Actually, we're not, because we have a wife and children. So these are just like anime, fish and boot. Really? No problem. I mean, it wasn't like I was doing anything of importance down there anyway. Yes, she is a boot. You can tell because her name is Boot. What were you doing when I caught you? Oh, I was, doing long forgotten boot things. Like, just sitting there at the bottom of the lake and waiting for something to happen. Not much happens in the life of a boot. These are daughters. You're so exactly. They are. We're just like adopting everyone basically in this lake. We need to like make them self-confident and good, productive fish human beings who can live their lives and be happy. Don't ask too many questions, Jeff. Don't worry about it. Not much happens in the life of a boot. And the fish in the lake don't talk to me. Not even Tuna. Tuna will talk to anyone. It does get kind of lonely. So, yeah, nothing important. That sounds really boring. It kind of is. Very concerning. No, I don't think I will. How'd you end up in this lake? I used to belong to a guy named Johnny. He came to this lake for some work, but sort of ended up drowning somehow. I had a twin too, but she's long gone now. Oh my god, real Boot lore. Boot really knows how to make the atmosphere grim. I should probably change the subject. Small talk about weather, small talk about the good properties of this lake, and small talk about favorite types of shoes. Let's talk about favorite shoes. So, you're a shoe. Yes. Shoes are pretty cool. Especially Crocs. Crocodiles? No, these things I'm wearing. Oh, those are a fun color. Just make sure to keep track of where they are. This lake doesn't need any more random junk in it. You seem pretty worried about the state of this lake for a boot. I am worried. I mean, the nuclear waste is pollution, right? But so am I. That's probably why the fish don't talk to me. I wish I wasn't a boot in a lake. I didn't choose this life for myself. You didn't have any control over it. I feel bad. Because I have an effect on the health of this lake whether I like it or not. Nobody's going to just fish me out and dispose of me because that doesn't directly and immediately benefit anyone on the surface. I'm worthless up here and a detriment down there. I'm valued nowhere. I mean, at the very least, I probably would dispose of you responsibly if you hadn't turned into a person. That would be better than hurting the lake. But I still wish I was wanted by somebody. Yes, this is a real lore, Jeff. It has been established by the tuna we met earlier that the nuclear waste in this lake is turning the fish into women. This is real. Say that it's unlikely she'll be valued ever. Oh my god. Say that you hope somebody will value her someday, and apologies for not knowing how to help. We're gonna be nice and encouraging. Someday she will find happiness. I'm sure that somebody will come across you one day and find value in you. Thank you. Part of me knows that you're just being kind, though. I appreciate you trying to cheer me up. It's been nice talking to you. I should probably get out of your way, shouldn't I? You got your family to feed, after all. It's been nice talking. But you're right, I do have a job to do for my family. Hope you catch some tasty fish. If you come to fish here again, I'll make sure to steer clear of your hook. Boo gives you a bittersweet smile, then jumps out of your boat. She turns back into a boot and sinks to the bottom, leaving a trail of bubbles above her. I don't have any fish to feed my wife and kids, so I cast my line once more. Oops, I missed the quick time event. This is why I can't fish in real life. I'll miss all the Q2Es. Oh, there is a fish minigame. No, you're incorrect. This is the fish minigame. We caught the blobfish! Stardew? No. No, the meters, I talked about this before, but it's very, floaty. It's a bit, strange. Ugh. I know, it feels so good. Ugh. Does she feel bad because she turned into a human? Yes, blobfish are ocean, but orcas are also ocean. You missed the orca earlier, but yeah, it is established lore that people were just introducing random ass, like, fish into this lake to, like, try to, I don't know, deter, like, the nuclear waste or whatever. I don't know. They're very strange people. Or is that something else? Either way, I don't think blobfish belong in lakes. They're from the coast of Australia? New Zealand? Maybe that one Hellland. Oh, right, Tasmania. Yikes. What should I do with her? It's not like I can feed my family a sick fish. Why are there options like this? Why would I do this? We're gonna, ask what's wrong. Miss Blobfish? Are you okay? You look a bit off. Huh? A human? Are you okay? The pressure up here is really low. Not that it was much better at the bottom of this shallow lake. I feel ill. That's right, blobfish usually live under high pressures, don't they? I don't know how any of the other species put up with this lack of pressure. Say, don't you blobfish also start looking different when the pressure changes? Do we? She peers over the edge of the boat to see her reflection in the water. I'm hideous! I'm all pink and floppy. Why do my lips look like that? Oh dear. How dooley? Whatever. Hate this stupid low pressure. I feel ill and look like death. Hey, you don't look so bad as a person. What do you mean? I'm pink. Say that pink's a nice color and suits her. Say that she has a nice personality, or offer her to take her to a vet or something. Well, this is real blobfish lore where, that famous picture of them is actually them, like, in distress because they are supposed to live in high pressure underneath, like, the ocean. And that, it's bad for them to be above the ocean. She kind of looks like that. I guess, yeah, no, the hairstyle kind of looks like that, yeah. She even has, like, the anime, beret. Oh, yeah, she also has, like, pink eyes as well. That kind of checks out. See, that's the lore. I'm actually a fish in real life. Sorry to, bring this on you guys for Valentine's Day. You know, I had to come out eventually. We're gonna already take her to a vet because the blobfish should be in a good location. Hey, didn't you say like take you to a vet or something? Cause I can do that. Don't be stupid. Or maybe a doctor? I mean, you turn into a person. I don't even know what that is. Besides, no one can do anything about this. There's no way to reverse this level of damage. Look, I can see you're not happy right now. I get why. You're certainly not in a good situation. Oh, I'm going to be stuck like this forever. As a human or a floppy thing? A floppy thing. Oh, okay, sorry. At least I look a little less pudgy and squishy as a human, but this still sucks. I'm sorry this has happened to you. Why is she drooling? Presumably because blobfish. How'd you end up in a lake anyway? Ugh, I don't remember. I got caught in something back in the ocean. I was getting pulled up and I blacked out. I woke up here. Ah, I see. I suppose I woke up looking hideous like this too. I suggest putting others down to make herself feel better. Oh my god. Suggest that she takes control of the parts of her look that she actually has a say in and just keep apologizing. This is generally good advice. That's real good advice for real life. I guess there isn't much that can be done about some of the parts of your looks. It's best not to get caught up on these things you can't change, don't you think? Take charge of the parts of your penis that you can control. Accessorize a bit. Not two obviously bad choices and one good one. I mean, the bad choices are very funny. I'm tempted to choose them, but... you know. Not on Valentine's Day. Look, I know I should probably be staying out of your business, since I don't know you and all. But you're here on my boat, clearly distressed. I don't know how to help, but I can't just sit here and watch you feel bad about yourself, you know? That would be rude of me. I mean... look, I guess I put you in an awkward position here. I guess the only person who can really do anything about this is me. So I'm just gonna go back to the lake and think about this on my own. I'm sorry for the disturbance. It's okay. I hope I helped in some way. Even if it was little. Yeah, I probably preferably go back into the ocean, but you know, it's a video game. Hi Tiff. This one isn't exactly a dating sim. This is more of a just cute fishing themed Valentine's Day game. It's not dating though because we do have a wife and kids, and cheating is bad. She tumbles out of the boat and turns back into her fish form in the water. She sinks to the bottom out of sight. I don't have any fish to feed my wife and kids. I'll cast my line once more. Okay, we got an octopus. Whoa! Whoa! I'm a human! Oh my god. Guess I did kind of like the rainbow fish. And yes, this is Splatoon now. This is like an Octoling, actually. I knew I was too smart to be just an octopus. Oh, another human. Hi, fellow human. Hi. Wow, you're cute. Do you want a kiss? Wait, what? Hold on. No? Excuse me, what? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Yes. I love my wife too much for this. We gotta explain that we have a wife and kids. You know, you gotta, make sure we're all on the same page. Look, I appreciate they think I'm cute, but I have a wife. Oh, easy. Break up with her. And kids. You can just end the boarding school. I'll have you know that I love my family very much and will not be breaking up with anyone or sending anybody away. Playing hard to get, I see. I'm willing to play along, wink. So what brings a handsome angler and send yourself to this lake? I'm catching dinner. For my wife and children. Who you will, not steal from me. Steal me from. Oh my god. Wow, if you're catching dinner, you must think I look like a turn her into takoyaki. At this point, perhaps you will do that. I don't like calamari. Wow, you're not just a pretty face. You're stupid too. Don't worry, I like being the smart one in a relationship. Hey, how am I stupid? Calamari is squid. You should have just said that you don't like takoyaki or sapodi. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry. I'm not a fish connoisseur as much as I like to believe. Nerd. Well, you didn't, which is just so cute. Anyway, I'm asking you a question. Your turn. Ask me one. Do octopus grow back their tentacles? I don't remember if they do. I don't know if that would be polite to ask that. What is an octopus doing in a lake? Oh, thirsty for details, are we? You literally just told me to ask you a question. I haven't always lived in this lake. I'm actually from up the road. What would the factory up the road need with an octopus? Not the factory, the aquarium. There's an aquarium up there too. I didn't even know. Should probably take the kids there sometime. I got so sick of being trapped as an exhibit. I mean, I'm clearly smart enough to be human, so it's obviously a mistake that I was an octopus. I used my brains and escaped. However, when I got out, I was still stuck in an octopus body. I got all the way down the road unsure what to do. So when I came across this lake, I was like, screw it. Maybe I just need a change of scenery. And that's how I ended up here. Wow, you're such a great listener. This would be a sign that we're compatible. No. Look, I can't keep telling you no. Because you wanted to say yes? No, because I'm getting very tired of this. You already have zero chance with me. If you're not going to properly acknowledge the things I say, then you're sorely mistaken that I'd ever want to be with you. I have a beautiful wife that makes me feel valued. She listens to what I have to say. And she cares about what I do and do not want. Wow, she sounds boring. What you're looking for in a relationship is clearly not what I want. So please, can you just drop this already? Aw, but I just turned into a human. You're the first human I've been able to talk to. How can I not have feelings for you? Yeah, the tentacles are for hugging. Yeah, definitely. Yes, smile. Octopus don't have feelings. No, we play Splatoon. This is obviously incorrect. So it could say, I don't know, or it could say, it's okay to have feelings, but keep them to yourself. Dingus is this kind of person, I guess. Look, it's okay to have feelings. I never said that was wrong. But you have to understand that I have my own emotions about this. You're making me very uncomfortable. You can have your feelings, but you can also keep them to yourself. Especially once you are told that they clash with mine. I suppose. I think I have a lot to learn about being human. I'm sorry for hitting on you, making you uncomfortable. I accept your apology. I should probably leave you now. Now hang on, don't you want to be a human and live on land? I mean, I did, but I'm clearly not ready for such a thing. You can just learn as you go. We all do. You clearly got a good head on your shoulders. So why not give being a human a proper go before resigning yourself to the lake again? Yay, good ending. Octopus uses her tentacles to grasp a fish out of the water to make amends to you. You thank her for her help and bring her to land. You offer for her to meet your wife and kids, but she declines. She says that maybe one day in the future she will, but for now she wants to learn about being human. You part ways and bring the fish home for your wife to cook. She makes an amazing curry with them. Years later, your eldest child is attending a reputable university. You go to meet with them on campus one day. You see that one of their classmates is Octopus. She doesn't see you, but she looks happy with her life and surrounded by a large group of friends. That's right, she can't find another human. There's plenty of time. Nice. Alright, well, that's all I play of this, but there are other characters we didn't meet. I think there's a jellyfish and an anglerfish. And I think there's also probably a better ending for blobfish as well. But I didn't get it. Oh, maybe Boo. I'm not sure about Boo. But yeah, here are the credits. Again, this is on itch.io. But yeah. Octopus did save the day. Octopus, you know, she learned from her mistakes, and that's all what this is all about. We love learning on Valentine's Day. But yeah, very cute. Hold on. I did say information about the other game, so let me do this here. This was NaNoWriMo 2023 on itch.io. Mythi is the publisher on itch.io. And there are 7 endings and 6 secret endings. So yeah, if you want to play yourself, you can. And you can run it in browser, apparently. Yeah. Very cute, I agree. Alright, so we have a couple more games. These ones should be like a lot shorter. You know, let me do this one first. It's, as you know, very timely. It's definitely not outdated whatsoever. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, actually, this screen is good because you don't see the title screen yet. Yes, okay. You just get this, you get to experience the style first, and that's what matters. Okay, I don't know how long thought this is gonna be. I might have to adjust it. Just make sure the filters are on. Limiter. Okay. Alright, so this is our 3rd holiday game. you know, normal Run Pie stuff. So this game is Siren Head Dating Sim. So let's just start. What's my name? Lyric. That's my name. Whoops, that's whoops. Okay. My name is Lyric. I decided to start my day with a walk in the woods. As, you know, everyone does. There's an abandoned railroad track behind my house. It's perfect for walks. People use it often, but lately I haven't seen anyone around. Is it because of the bees? What? A siren sound? I swear to get a tornado around here. Suddenly, out of nowhere. Ah! You fall to the ground. Siren Head! This is it. This is how I die. God damn it. The sound of Siren Head pierces through your ears. Your head explodes, and you die. Game over. Well, that wasn't a dating. That we didn't date him. What the heck? It's so lame. We gotta start again. Okay, we can be Dingus again. This is Dingus's trek back from his fishing trip. Typos, don't worry about it. Alright, no, it can't end like this. You try to punch Siren Head. You miss. The sound of Siren Head pierces through your ears. Your head explodes, and you die. Wow. God damn it. Not again. Okay. Continue. I just wanted ice cream. Siren Head stops. Stares at you. Siren Head lifts you up and gives you a nice overview of the forest. Wow, this view is beautiful. You and the Siren Head walk off. To an ice cream store. Oh, do you want some ice cream too, Siren Head? Woo. Oh, his voice didn't get it. Sorry, I don't want to, go over the voiceover. You assume he's saying, yes, I would very much like some ice cream, Dingus. Okay, let's order some. The ice cream man looks at you both with a terrified look. What flavor would you like to get? Chocolate, obviously. Chocolate, please. Siren Head slowly turns his head towards you. Uh-oh. You don't know what he's saying. But you think it's something along the lines of, WTF? You know I'm allergic to chocolate. You fucked up. Your head explodes and you die. And then Siren Head dies of a chocolate allergy. Hope you're happy, you monster. God, I guess I didn't read that part of the lore. Okay. Alright, so we can't have chocolate apparently, which really sucks. Let's do vanilla. That's pretty standard. Vanilla, please. Siren Head slowly turns his head towards you. Oh god, no, he wants strawberry? You don't know what he's saying. But you assume he's saying, I can't believe you're such a basic bitch to order vanilla ice cream. My head explodes and I die. God, Dinkus is not having a good time, isn't he? Okay, so I guess he's like a quirky girly. Like, he only dates me if I have like strawberry, which is whatever, I guess. Strawberry, please. You have no idea what you said. You think it's somewhere along the lines of, I would like strawberry too, please. Siren Head puts his ice cream into his mouth. He seems to be enjoying it. You have no idea what he said. You think something along the lines of, please tell me your life story. Wow, on a first date. Sure, I'll tell you. Well, I had a really happy childhood, except for one thing. When I was young, my dog ran away and never came home. I miss him.
Siren Head stays quiet for a second. Till... Gasp! Sparky! You sound just like him! Wait a minute. That's adorable. Nobody's had ever done something so thoughtful for me. Siren Head stays silent for a moment. He starts blushing. You feel your soul start blushing as well. Is this what love feels like? This was a lovely date, Siren Head. Hope we can hang out again soon. You have no idea what he just said. You think it's somewhere along the lines of, I love you. I love you too, Siren Head. I love you too. This is the wife in the fishing game, by the way. This is lore. Alright, well that was Siren Head dating sim. You know, again, very timely game, but I just thought it was funny. Hold on, when did this come out? I gotta say that. February 17th, 2021 was when it was updated, but it was published on May 5th, 2020. But yeah, again, that is on itch.io. If you would like to see the other options, and also date Siren Head. Alright, I have one more game for you guys. Again, me with Unity Dig. Okay, this one does boot. Okay, in full screen. Where's the audio? Where's the audio? There we go. So this is Tank Dating Sim. We can remove the music for some reason, and that's it. What the? Oh yeah, I'm sure you're shocked that something like this could ever be made. Alright, let's start. Ooh, find your soul tank. Okay, wanna go with the first one? I think we gotta pass on a couple. Let's go with this one. It's a Valentine 9. How are you? I'm looking for a competent crew member. Hope that you will fit this profile. Alright, I require some new munitions. AP or APCBC. Would you have some of those lying around? I believe so. Indeed, this is correct. Thank you. Some parts could be useful during engagements. Always blushing, heck yeah. What about French? It seems you can understand my names quite well. Oh, we got making the face, the 3 face. Well, it appears we are quite compatible after all. I propose that we ride into the battle together. Behind the seriousness hides another Valentine. Guards Armored Division. Perfect. Okay. Let's go with this one first. It's a T-70. Hey, are you a fan of jokes? If so, you're gonna have a great time. Okay, here's one. What do you call the only animal that loves tanks?
Munitions, treads, a barrel. I don't. Oh god, I'm gonna fail this dating. That's gonna be okay. Barrel. Okay, it's alright. You'll get it next time. Oh god, I'm terrible. Say, I'm 4A1 and a tiger enter a bar. The Sherman says, it's horrible. I never stop to cook off when I arrive at my target. How do you do it? What does the tiger reply? You tried on. I don't know. I broke down to 20 kilometers away from it. Ha ha ha. That's correct. Alright, here's one. What does a human and a tank have in common? Ammunition. No. I'm seriously starting to think you don't get my jokes. Tough crowd tonight. Remind me not to invite you to my stand-ups. Well, you know, that's okay, we weren't compatible. This is a M581. Boy there, fella. How you shaking today? Hey, you buying some G to this nice ladder? Yes. Hey, your head is quite good on your shoulders here, aren't you? Say, you once seen some of my old parts lying around, perchance? Got into a small scuffle, and not much to write home about. Yeah? Spare parts, is it spare part? No. Aw shucks, fella, you're breaking this lady's heart. Oh my god, it's a Valley girl. Hey, you heard? Apparently some big shots from the city are changing tracks in the shop next door. They call it that upgrades or whatever. I say bollocks to that. Oh, did you want the new treads? So why don't you go see the barman from my new motor and take a few more shots? Why don't you? Oh. You're not quite on line with my words, eh? Yeah, right on if you're a chump, useless thing. That's alright, we gotta go through some incompatibilities first in order to find the one. This is the Chiha. What? Where am I? Wait, what? I have a conscience? What? I was fighting, I'm so confused. What? What is this? What is even happening? I ran out of munitions, my crew bailed out, and here I am? What even is this? Who are you? Ammunitions, here you go. Thanks, I guess? Wait, how the hell can I talk? How the hell do you understand me? I need to get out of here. Wait, I can't move? What? I need fuel? What is this? Here you go, fuel. What is this? Some kind of rom-com bullshit? What is the point? I have a tank! Flirty? What? I'm a tank! Literally! I cannot flirt! What is this insanity? Is this hell? Unfortunate. Okay, so basically get more achievements for fulfilling the certain requirements. Alright, let's do one more. Let's do this little guy. Hey there, bucko. First time here? Me too. You know, I can't really help you without some heat. No. Screw off, this ain't it, chief. Hey, you know, bring me some tools and we can build something. You give me? Yes. Yes. My, we're going all the way to Berlin with that. I really enjoy some speed, although I kinda need an upgrade soon. Um, yes. Yes, that's the stuff. You're full of surprises, aren't you? How about a nice cup of engine oil to talk things over, eh? Yes. My, what a gentleman you are, XD. Hi, my, you make me want to cook off. Alright, well, I think that's all we need to really see. You know, there's more tanks you can flirt with if you want, but... Yep, happy Valentine's Day. Okay, that's all I had. I think that actually did go over 2 hours. I think that first game I played, I ended up playing that for longer than I thought I was going to, so that was cool. Oh my god, I didn't mention, oh my god. Hold on, I didn't mention the credits. BiscuitPrime on itch.io. I knew can't run that in browser. It was made for Valentine's Game Jam 2024. But yeah, that one's fun and silly. But yeah, those are the ones I selected. Yeah. I wanted like one Yandere game, and that was the first one because there's just so many Yandere games on like itch.io. Like you have to include it, otherwise you're like not representing uh the environment at all. Oh hi Reese, how are you? Sorry, I think I just stopped my Valentine's Day games. I'm very sorry. But I'm about to play a Splatoon in a second. I'm just gonna be on BRB for a couple minutes. You are right. That's good. I'm also alright. I made some soup a little while ago, and I played some games. But yeah, I hope you had fun with your dating game, because that looked very cool. I'm probably gonna download it actually. That's the Arcana, I think. I haven't played a lot of dating sims on my phone yet, but yeah, that game looked very cool and fun. Oh, there's my Valentine's music. Oh, here's one. Yeah, free to play. Yeah, I mean, I've played free to play games before. I know the shtick. I know the deal. Yeah, from what you described of it, it does sound like it's pretty reasonable. That you can just kind of what is it? Go across the store like day by day. That sounds pretty okay to me. Yeah, Rune Factory 5. I think you mentioned Rune Factory 4, I think, and I almost said something because like I love the Rune Factory games a lot. I'm very excited for the new one. Did you see that they just like they posted the Bachelor and Bachelorette trailers on the YouTube today? Oh, a keychain of Doug for Rune Factory 4, nice. Oh, I play with him not much because you're borrowing it from a friend. That makes sense. See, yes, it's on YouTube now. Hold on. There's the Bachelorette's trailer, at the very least. So there's that. There's also the Bachelor trailer. And there's also, I think, like short, they were releasing like short kind of like intro videos on like Twitter for the past couple week or so, something like that. Yes, you should get Rune Factory 4 Meat on. It's very good and definitely worth it, even if it's not on sale, but it does go on sale pretty often, so definitely check that out. Very good game. Okay, so I do need to take like a couple minute BRB because I need to like set up my Switch and then also just make sure I have water. I'll talk about more about Rune Factory when I get back. I'll play a Splatoon. That is, of course, if the conversation does not leave. But anyway, hi, hello Reese, enjoy chill, and see you guys in a second.